In this video, I want to talk about how you can start your social media marketing consulting agency. So consulting has been something very interesting because it's been highly scalable, highly profitable as well, and you can do a lot of different things. When I say scalable, maybe it's not going to be easy to scale at the beginning, but eventually, if you also study Sam Ovens, he's been the founder of consulting.com, and he talks a lot about the consulting, how you can start your agency. You will learn more, you'll understand more the concept, but of course in the long term you can definitely scale this business and have a really good systems built in. So if we take a look, and in this video I wanted to go in exactly how you can do this and why you should think about consulting agency, because consulting is something that is not going to be really changed a lot over time in terms of, like, let's say if you're doing something like a growth service for Instagram, following other people and following, you have to be always kind of like dependent on the algorithm, on the limits and other things. So it's always pain in the ass, and I do it as well. I'm managing clients. We're always sometimes getting, some sort of warnings, and we have to like respect the limits, we have to communicate all the time, and eventually it's still a very good service and I'm really proud about this service. But of course there's a lot of things involved and we always depend on Instagram. Consulting is something that you build your own system based on the social media, based on the plan that you're gonna create, right, for the client, on their strategy as well. So you have to be very, very careful there as well. So let's take a look at some of the examples, right? So if we take a look about Fiverr, let's say starting your marketing consulting agency on Fiverr, it is possible, right? So we can look at both pro gigs, we can look at the regular gigs. If we take a look at the regular gigs, you need to go to the marketing strategy. So this is one of the places where you will be able to find those consulting gigs, right? So again, consulting, it could be digital marketing plan, as you can see here. It could be finding your ideal buyer persona, or it could be, let's say here, provide digital marketing consultation. He's going to do that. It's a Fiverr Pro actually. Let's take a look at this gig as well. This one, I'll create a digital marketing plan, I'll coach you on digital marketing. So this is a lot of different services. And of course on Fiverr, if you think about starting consulting, my opinion is you have to be very niche specific, right? So let's say if I'll be doing consulting, I'll be doing Instagram marketing consulting, maybe even go more narrow and go, for example, Instagram marketing consulting for realtors, or Instagram marketing consulting for, let's say, musicians, right? So because when you really, with consulting, I do believe you have to be very specific, because if you say, I will build your digital marketing strategy, it's very, it's very generic, and it's people not gonna really go to you because they'll be like, okay, who does he really know my niche? Maybe they're in real estate, maybe they're doing, I don't know, planting, or maybe they're doing something different, right? Fitness, or maybe they have other strategies. So it's kind of, and also you're putting yourself into like a huge open space where you have to be, it could be sometimes you might have a client who is doing something completely which you'll never even thought about it, right? And you have to come up with a strategy. So you have to be very careful. In my opinion, if you go at the strategy where you specifically pick the platform, let's say Instagram, and pick the niche, let's say real estate, realtors, or fitness, or musicians, or traders, right? Or maybe you're doing consulting for social media marketing managers, right? So maybe you're helping them. That's why you have to be very, very specific. And then once you figure this out, then you can go and list your gig on Fiverr, which is a good option because you might be getting traffic. But ultimately, I do believe you're gonna have much better potential if you do it from your own, right? On your own website, where you lead people to, and you need to think about your traffic. In my opinion, if you focus on Instagram and TikTok, it's going to be probably the best ways to start getting more clients for your consulting agency. So if we talk about Instagram, what kind of things you can do, right? If we talk about Instagram, you can do something like, let's say if you take a look at the Lucas O'Keefe, and there's a lot of other people, as you can see, sharing valuable content in a carousel format, sometimes using the reels, right? That will attract more people. And then eventually you can have a call to action where schedule a free call or a schedule consulting session, right? You have to be also very clear, because when you list, I want to give you an example here. So there is one course creator, and I do admire him. I mean, he's been doing an incredible job as well. He's been building his brand, but this is the kind of like a Not a problem, but a challenge, because when you say buy courses, coaching, or try my free IG course, it's like you have a lot of options to choose from, and the people will be like, okay, what should I go for? And they're kind of like confused, and at the end you're not really getting a customer. Because when I go to his tab link, right, he's using the tab link, we have online courses, we have some affiliate, right, which tools he recommends, we have his course, we have his mastery carousel, we have a free Instagram course, and now I do believe he removed let's say stories for creators, carousel, crash course. Okay, now he's not doing a DM coaching for private work options, right? So okay, so he kind of like kept it private, because before it's been a link and you can schedule a free call, not a free call, a consulting call for, I do believe it was like $500. Again, there is too many options. You need to really specifically put your audience into one direction, especially when you're like getting started or want to get the most out of it. In my opinion, he could do very well consulting sessions. Yes, of course you can sell course and other things, but I do believe if you want to sell course, you have to just be you need to have budgets to spend on ads. You need to really drive traffic to the course. Like, it's really on another next level, right? Because when we talk about consulting, we can start it doing straight away. We don't need to have like hundreds of thousands of followers. We can do straight away consulting, and then he can have a funnel where people can schedule a free call, let's say, because he has been already gaining experience. So he could hire a team member, and the free call is going to be with the team member, just to evaluate how, let's say, if it's gonna fit, if it's gonna be maybe a good call or not, and then the potential client could be asking questions, right, about like, okay, what is gonna be about consulting, how it's gonna help me, and this team member is gonna be like, this is gonna be that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna look at this stuff. We're gonna create a strategy for that. We're gonna create the plan. So he's kind of like trying to give value and sell at the same time, and the potential client is curious what is going to happen, right? And then after the free call, they can go ahead and pay for a full consulting session, and then schedule a call with the actual person, right? So that's what I think it will bring much better. And it's not just I'm thinking, it's just from if you look at the top consultant and the marketing strategies for driving consulting clients, that's what they're going to tell you. They're going to tell you, you need to have a funnel. You need to make sure that you get people to the funnel, and then you need to close them on the funnel, right? And the funnel, the best funnel right now is schedule a free call, because especially when you're getting started, it's really hard to just have a funnel, for example, as this one, right? Let's say Trey Cockrum has been an incredible person doing a consulting agency as well, right? He has a case study, so he brings people to the case study. And then in this case study, what you need to do is that you need to provide an email address. So if you want to have a case study, you need to send your email address, and then he's going to send you the case study, and then he's going to upsell you for a consulting session or for his course, maybe, right? Depends like where he sees that will be great for you. So this is something at another level, because when Trey was starting, he had literally his link to the Calendly, as you know, Calendly scheduling platform. I'm just gonna bring it up in case. So he has, actually I have his link saved. He had a link like this, strategy with Call Trey. So he was bringing people directly to this free Calendly link, and then people were scheduling the call. Of course, when they do schedule, he's gonna ask you a lot of questions. He's gonna ask you like, what is your monthly revenue, where you wanna be, what is holding you back, what we believe we can help you. Like, he's asking a lot of questions, because and this is what you should do as well. When you or your team member is coming on this free call, you wanna make sure you know exactly, not everything, but a lot of information about this potential client. So you can come up with a strategy before that call, and you can really be delivering this call as not a sales call, but really a value call. And then the potential client will be like, oh, how can I work with you? How we can get started, right? So you will make it more and more interesting. So guys, once again, you can go on Fiverr and sell your consulting gig there. This is one of the ways, but you have to be super niche specific. Please don't put the gigs where it's like, I'm gonna create a digital marketing strategy. Unfortunately, it's not gonna work that well, because you're competing with the top guys who are getting the top reviews, getting the top as well orders. Be more specific. Or you can go at something like this, where you have your Instagram, but you have to be creating valuable content, because if you're not going to create valuable content, reels, carousels, you're not going to get that audience coming to you, right? Especially focus on the reels. If you start focusing on the reels and giving a lot of value on the topic you're most skilled, then you're gonna get a lot of people coming to your page, following you, resharing. The same for TikTok. You can do this on TikTok and share valuable content and then track people to your calendar link where they can schedule a free call and then you sell them on a consulting session, right? Again, be specific about consulting. Maybe you can order some other gigs on Fiverr and see how people are doing the consulting sessions. But I like this business model a lot because it's very stable and you're able to scale it in the long term. You'll be able to provide ideas and other things that you can do to make it more and more efficient. So guys, thank you so much again for watching this video. Don't forget about, I have a course where it breaks down exactly on what you can do to succeed on Fiverr. So if you're interested to become a top digital marketer on Fiverr, and you can also be off Fiverr, where I'm sharing a lot of strategies about different services, different funnels, and there's over 12 hours of information. And this course is on Udemy if you're interested. I think it's super affordable. You have the best link in the description to check it out, and I'll be happy to as well help you because I have a private Facebook group where I, do every other than the live sessions and talk with other people, the students as well. So feel free to check it out. No stress, no pressure, but this is something I've been working recently and I would like to speak about it as well and give you a chance to, put everything together and be finally on the right track to become a top digital marketer. So guys, thank you so much again and see you in the next video.